Get that speed going, and then everything else kind of falls in place. Work that jab.
Now he switches up again, goes lefty.
Don't be afraid to hit James Toney with an uppercut. The way he leans over, he bends at the waist. He is vulnerable to that shot, but you got to throw it.
Every time he goes lefty, that is, Toney goes lefty, Robinson tags him.
Robinson's got very nice, he's very rangy, using the ring well.
Yeah, he's keeping Toney off him pretty well.
You can see the concentration, a little upset at that. He missed an opening there. Robinson frowning, really concentrating.
Coming to the end of round number 2.
Well, we'll pick up the action in round number 3. Toney beginning to time the punches of Jason Robinson at this point. We talked about how he would turn his shoulder, come up with that counter right. There it was again, the counter right that he was landing all night long.
You saw 2 very competitive rounds with Jason Robinson and James Lights Out Toney. Rounds 3 and 4 also competitive, but it seemed as though by the end of round 4 that Toney was beginning to crank it into gear and beginning to land the bigger punches. And the biggest punches were yet to come. Let's pick up the action now with round 5.
We talked to you before about how James Toney is the great practitioner, turning the shoulder and the right hand follow, the counter. That's what we described for you earlier, and you just saw the prime example of it.
And then there was another one right after that, too. Robinson actually didn't take a backward step, but his corner was all over him for standing in front. Now, I tell you, I still gave that round to Robinson, even though I know the judges won't.
Well, he had fought a tremendous round until then. I think Jason Robinson clearly won the first 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the round. But that was the best single punch of the fight. That was a hard smashing right by James Toney. So whether or not it won the round for him, it did some damage. James is so cute in there, I'm telling you. You just saw that move we talked about, that turning of the shoulder and coming right back with the counter right. I don't know that anybody's done it better really in the last 10 years than James Toney.
He's very crafty. Robinson is letting Toney into his punching range more now.
Yeah, that'll be disastrous for him. He needs to keep him out on the end of his punches, just like that.
You know, I don't think he can be right here for Robinson. Right hand.
Toney's looking for that counter right.
Missed an uppercut.
Robinson looks just a tad little hesitant this round after eating that right hand in the last round. Trying to get that jab to work to good effect.
Left hand by Robinson in close quarters. Right hand by Toney, not quite as solid as the others.
Whoa, let him out, let him out. Stop punching, whoa, stop, step, break.
Again, Toney giving him a lot of different angles, but not a bad round for Robinson again. And there's a right hand, and that is going to drop Robinson. Just like that. That caught him right on the chin.
5, 6, 7, 8. Let me dust off the gloves. Watch to me. Come here. Time.
Well, it came right at the end of the round again. 2 rounds in a row.
We told you he was loading up with the right hand, that he's been looking for the right hand. He'd found it several times in the round before that. And then the tremendous booming shot by James Lights Out Toney, and it was almost lights out for Jason Robinson there. Robinson had fought a nice round. There you see the right hand back into the ropes. Toney senses the predicament immediately. Pat Russell, good job of refereeing, got Toney out of the way immediately. Oh, there it is, a beautiful counter right. It's what we've been talking about the whole fight. Toney looking for it and finally found it in the big way. There's the punch, the lead by Robinson, the counter right from Toney. The follow-up shot, and then good refereeing by Pat Russell to get between them. Now Robinson in deep trouble here.
Still doesn't seem 100% back yet, Robinson. And Toney comes right after, hits him with a right hand and another right hand. Toney being aggressive in this round, not waiting. Oh, big right hand.
I tell you, this is a one-punch fight in terms of how Toney can win it with the counter rights. He's destroying Jason Robinson with right hands. He's found the man's weakness, exposed it. Look at him turn his shoulder. He's ready to launch that right hand again.
I'm just waiting on it. You can just see. Working the jab. Going to be a little more hesitant with that left hand for Robinson.
I'm looking at his legs. They're not all there, Barry.
Slapping right hand that time by Toney.
I wonder why Robinson let up there. He had Toney backing up for a second, then he just backed off.
Good idea for Robinson to stay away from Toney in this round.